who doesn't love a good twirl moment? And welcome back to my channel, or perhaps welcome to my channel. This is KK All Night, and here I focus on style, fashion, and outfit inspiration. If those sound like things you might be interested in, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday, and today's video we are going to have a short haul of all the items I purchased when I was on vacation in Hawaii. We were on the big island of Kona. I was able to visit 2 Goodwills and 3 other thrift stores. So I am going to try things on. Y'all, I love to tape outside, but it's really hot today, so I'm gonna try to get through this without like dripping sweat. All right, guys, this is the jewelry and food portion, I guess you would call it. So on one of the days we were on the Big Island, we went to a farmer's market up in the mountains. The name of the place starts with a W. I'll put it up here because I don't remember what it is, but this is going to come out backwards. But I got this lemon peel with, I guess the best way to describe it is like chamoy. It's really sour. It's mui syrup. So this is their card. They ship internationally. I love sour stuff. Lockjaw. So they let me sample it, and it was thebomb.com. I think I'm gonna have to pack it coming back because it has this syrupy stuff in it. So yeah, it has this syrupy stuff. So it is so good. So if you are into sour, I definitely recommend you check it out. I also got some chamoy. A lot of people put that on their fruit, like their mango. He said you could also put it like in mixed drinks. You could put it on pastries, things of that nature. So now on to the jewelry. All right, so for the jewelry, we have these cute rhinestones. All their jewelry on this particular day was half off, so I got everything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 pairs of earrings and 2 necklaces and 1 bracelet for under $20. So you see, you can wear them 2 ways. You can have the big part in the front and the little ball, I hope that's showing up, in the back. But the way they're intended is to have the little ball in front so that you see the big ball in the back. So I thought those were really cute. I just wash my jewelry in alcohol before I wear it. Then the next pair of earrings are just these cute plain gold squares, kind of minimalistic. They're not heavy, but they're solid. And a lot of times the jewelry that you get at consignment shops or thrift stores is going to be older, so typically it may be more well made. So I thought these were very cute as well. Then we have some little gold zigzags. I'm just noticing I didn't get too many silver items. These remind me, there used to be a catalog called Spiegel, and I think this was like their symbol, the little zigzags. But I just thought that these were so cute. And these were like literally $1. These little gold ones. And what you can also do, you can tell this is good costume jewelry because obviously it's not new, it's old, but it hasn't turned yet. But if you want to protect it, you can just put on some clear polish. Then the next pair was kind of giving me shop koi. The shop koi version is much bigger, also much more expensive. And look, these even came with the little plastic stopper and the regular stopper as well. These are some little pearl starburst, and I think I need to get another backing for them because I'm liking that. I want them to be really close to the ear, not like loose or hanging off. So one thing about these little plastic ones, sometimes they're hard to get off. So for instance, let me see. If you don't have that backing pushed all the way up against your ear, you can kind of like, you see how that's kind of hanging loose? You want it up against your ear, but you don't want to do it so tight that it's uncomfortable. So I really thought these were cute. And then, oh, I think this is my most favorite pair. I saved the best for last. So let me get these off. Also, this little necklace, it says $9.25. It didn't have a price. She priced it at $5, which meant it was $2.50 for me. I think this is sterling silver. I like it's very minimalistic. I think it's supposed to be worn on this side because it has little fake rhinestones in it, which I'll just wear it on this side. But my favorite pair of earrings are these rhinestone earrings because, you know, I love a good set that doesn't match. And again, these came with a little extra backing on them. But one is a star and one is a moon. I just think that is so, so cute. And then the last item was another necklace. It is, I really don't think it's a dupe, just because, like I said, these items are all costume jewelry that are older. But anytime you see a bee, you know, that's giving, that's my brother-in-law, it's giving Gucci. So let me put this on. If you hear someone shouting in the background. How cute is that? I love the two-tone silver and gold. I love the hammered silver. I love that it has some weight, but it's not too heavy. It's big. You can see it from afar. And then the gold bee and crown. I looked for an insignia to see maybe if it was Gucci, but I didn't find anything. I need to get a magnifying glass. But that was the last item. So like I said, 2 necklaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 earrings. Oh, and this is coming out backwards, but it says blessed, and it has this little green band. I wore it today, and it's BCBG, and 1 bracelet. So for less than $20, I think that was a pretty good haul. So yeah, I had a great thrifting experience on the Big Island of Hawaii. And I just wanted to come back and quickly mention that the Gucci necklace could also be worn on the blank side as just dog tag. You could even possibly think about getting it engraved. So that's 2 ways to be able to wear this one necklace that was, I think, $6. All right. So let me show you all of the items. This is the rack. Hold on a second. I am going to hopefully remember how much I pay for each piece, model it for you, give you some suggestions on how I think I'm going to style it, and I will be planning on styling all these fits in the upcoming week, either for work or on the weekend. So with that, we will start with the first item. This is a maxi dress. It is by Bar 3. That is a brand that you can find at Macy's. It's a wrap dress. I love the length on it. I love the interesting print. It's kind of like a zebra print. But what makes this unique is that it's in this lime chartreuse, baby pink, and black color. Obviously, this can be styled for work. I would probably wear a jacket just because I get cold. It would be great for Sunday church, even going to a dinner or any of it, really. I mean, it's very comfortable and loose, so I could just wear this if I was going out grocery shopping. For me, I would definitely wear a tank top like I have. It's just a little bit too much cleavage. Usually for me with wrap dresses, if you're larger busted, doesn't mean you can't wear them. You're just typically going to need a cami underneath because of the large breast. It doesn't cover the same amount of area. And I also like the ruffle detail and the asymmetrical fit. It's a little bit shorter in the front than it is in the back. So that's the first look. I'll be right back. All right, let me tell you what has happened. I thought I was videotaping and trying on these clothes from my Hawaiian thrift in Hawaii on the Big Island of Kona, and apparently my phone overheated, so nothing recorded. So I'm going to go back through everything, and I guess keep checking to make sure everything is taping. Okay, so this outfit, so first, here is everything, okay? We have two maxi dresses, insert pictures of because I have already worn them, is this gorgeous red dress from the retailer we are not currently shopping at. This was a great color. My husband took me out for drinks at the Four Seasons on the Big Island, and I wore this and I got some great pictures. So I will also insert this to the side. This is cotton. If you hear some splashing, we got folks in the pool. This is cotton, has pockets, so love this outfit as well. This is a Nick and Zoe shirt. I love the print on this. If you look, you can see that it has tan small circles as well as those navy ones with that bright vertical stripe down the front and horizontally in the back. I just thought this was so unusual. Again, I'll put a picture or video to the side. You can wear it as a little light jacket, or you can style like I have and tuck it in. Then I also have this, I guess, kimono style shirt. The buttons only go down halfway, but you could certainly add more buttons or use a safety pin and belt it if you want a dress effect. Now, I typically do not thrift from fast fashion like Shein and Fashion Nova, but every so often there will be a quality piece. I do shop on their regular website. I just don't thrift them. But I did feel like I thought this print was really interesting. Tucker Nuck, I believe, is the name of the website. I'll put it up here if I'm saying it wrong. Has a similar piece, but for a much more expensive price. So with this, I would style it, pull out any of these colors. I think that pulling out that chartreuse would be really cute. I have a skirt, actually. I could just tuck this in and wear it under the skirt, but I think what you're going to see here is styled with a pair of cream pants. Now, I think those are all the items that I already have tried on. I'll show you this purse. This is giving Kate vibes in the shape of it, but it is fabric. I love the diamond design on it, and I really love the inside lining. At first I thought this was reversible. It is not, and you can tell because when you try to reverse it, the straps don't reverse all the way, but you could obviously, and also the zipper, but you could fashion it and wear it on the other side. It would be a very interesting piece. Now, let's see, there are a few items I'm going to pause so I can try on for you, but the other thing I won't be trying on because the zipper is busted, unfortunately, is this Sail to Sable dress. If you're familiar with this brand, it's a very high-end brand. Their dresses typically go for over $100. This is 100% cotton. I love the contrast of the colors. You can also tell a good quality piece if you have any type of stripes, if they line up on the seam, and you can see that they absolutely do line up here. Now, this piece I have on is from Gap. You'll see it's kind of a washed out black denim. I originally, you know, sometimes you may be thinking, oh, it's just old, but because this color is so uniform in the whole piece, I can tell that that is the way it was intended to be. So this is a small, and one thing I want to say about when you are thrifting, make sure that you are holding up the piece and looking at it. Once you've been thrifting enough, you can kind of look and see by the way something looks on the hanger if it will fit you. When you thrift, you're getting clothes from made in all different types of time periods, and so your size 10 or your size 6 now may have been different from when this piece of clothing was made. I always say if something is a half size or a size too small or too big, and that goes for clothes or shoes, try it on anyway. Try it on and see. And that's exactly what I did with this piece because this is a small. Now on me it is very short. I am 5'6", and I actually have on my shorts tank top jumpsuit underneath, so you can tell how short this is. But I have some shorter biker shorts that I would wear underneath. Alternatively, we could also just take the belt off and wear it as like a tunic situation. You could have a denim on denim, or maybe with some leggings and some boots. It would always be cute. I was actually saving this piece for last because it's definitely the hottest, so I'm going to put you on hold, try on some other pieces, talk about the shoes, and talk about my experience in going to the thrift stores in Hawaii in general. Also, I just want to know, this belt here, could be worn as a headband. It could be tied around the neck. You could tie it on your purse. Lots of different uses besides just using it as a belt. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back with the next dress. This is Indigo Rose. I love a good maxi, and when I Googled this, I found it on eBay and Poshmark, varying between like $25 to $45. It's not that the price that it's going for is important to me in purchasing something I like, but it just gives me an idea to the quality, or at least perceived quality, by others, because I can see what others are willing to pay. Plus, it kind of does make me feel like I've gotten a little bit of a bargain, a little bit of a deal, when I know I've only paid $6, but it's going on Poshmark for $35. So this dress is lined, but only halfway down. And I know some folks don't like that. They like for it to be either no lining or full lining, but I don't mind that. It gives a little transparency from the knee down, which I think is actually kind of cute. Again, this is, it's not a wrap dress, but it has that deep V, so if you're bigger busted, just slap on a tankini with it. They even have like pseudo shirts. It's basically a bib that looks like you have on a shirt, or you could just wear a bandeau top, or if you like that cleavage, hey, let it show. What I like is this wide band here, so it's like this. I opted to tie it around back. You can tie it as tight as you want, like a corset. I love a big bow moment, and so we have this kind of loose floppy bow here, very bohemian. Another twirl moment here. I like the long billowy sleeves. They button here, but alternatively, you could have tied it front first and then tied it in the back with your big bow in the back. Or you could have brought it forward all the way and just had just a little tie in the front. But like I said, I prefer the big bow in the front. This doesn't have pockets. I don't know if I've already mentioned this, and apologies if I have, but everything that I purchased was, I think, $140. That includes the purse, all the clothes, the 2 pair of shoes that I will also go through. And I visited 2 Goodwills on Kona, the Big Island, as well as 3 other thrift stores. Now, I will tell you, with Goodwill specifically, even though they have the same blue sign as all the other ones I've been to, each store runs different specials. What I can tell you is fairly uniform is that they will all have a color of the week with a certain percentage off, but whether that's 25%, 50% or such, you just have to go to that store to see. Also, some stores may be running special sales and have 25% extra off a particular item. Some Goodwills have a loyalty program. So regardless if it's a Goodwill or any other thrift, you should always ask about specials or reward programs when you first go in. So you keep that in mind and what you're looking for, because I can tell you, I've seen things, and at $20 I'm not so interested, but at $10 or $5 it is something I am more interested in. I am very price conscious when I am shopping. So let me go through the shoes real quick, and then I will try on the other outfits. These are from White House Black Market. They have this fabric bow detail. This cushion inside is awesome. I think these were like $7. I love the different colors in here. There's even some orange that I can bring out. And then I have these Treasure and Bond raffia wedges, giving summer vibes. This is leather. You can look inside your shoes and it should tell you the composition. I've just noticed now that some of that leather is rubbing off on the strap. It could be too that these are old. Leather sometimes need conditioning, but if I only get to wear these for 2 summers, I paid $3 for them, so I would be quite happy getting this summer and next summer's use out of those. So I'm going to pause you again, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pieces to show you. I didn't pay over $10 for anything with the exception of one item. In most cases, I didn't pay over $7. So let me put you on hold, and I'll be right back. All right, hopefully I can get through this last segment without having to take another pause, except to change my clothes. So I did want to mention with this fit, multiple places you could wear it. Obviously to work. If I was doing this for work, I'd probably throw on a blazer. Blazer will always take the dressiness of something up a notch and make it more office appropriate. Plus, I get cold. It will be good for church. It will be good for brunch. It's definitely given like maxi dress summer vibes. And you may be thinking it's long sleeve, but these sleeves are actually very thin. So if you did want to winterize it, what I would probably do is just put on my silk thermals underwear under it, or possibly a turtleneck and tights and boots with it, and then that would be perfect for the winter time. All right, so this cute number right here is One State, I believe is what it is. Very casual, very cool. So this is a perfect summer kind of flirty option. Anytime I have a skirt that's above the knee, and yes, I do wear skirts above the knee, I will typically put on some biker shorts under it, just to feel like I have more coverage. And I love the tiers on this. It has this polka dot colors, but it's also in this rust color, which makes me think I could definitely wear it into fall and winter. To winterize this, again, I would add a turtleneck underneath and tights, maybe either black tights or cream tights with the corresponding turtleneck, some over-the-knee boots, and there you have your little summer dress has been winterized. So again, this was maybe $4 or $5. So actually, I will try on this jacket for you. Now, if you have been watching my channel, you would have seen a haul where I purchased two blazers. One was more of a cafe au lait brown color, and it was not a structured blazer, and the other was the deep chocolate color, but it was more of a knit jacket, and I was thrifting for a specific purpose to wear with a specific outfit. Well, this is the best of both worlds. It's the blazer. Not only is the blazer, it's a structured blazer, and it's the right color. So by the time it's time for this video to come out, hopefully I will have styled some of these outfits, and I can put them on the cutaway over here and show you. Now, I love this jacket. I love the way it brings you in the waist, even if it's not buttoned. This jacket, believe it or not, is washable. I couldn't believe it. And so a lot of times all the time, you really should launder your items based on the care label, because just like you can ruin things that are dry cleaned because you wash them, you can ruin things by dry cleaning them that are only supposed to be washed. The only thing that is always going to be okay dry cleaning is probably silk, and even then, if it's a really delicate piece of item, maybe it's lingerie or maybe it's something you just had for a long time, it's always best to hand wash it. And I don't mean getting a board and rubbing it across stones or something. You just get a couple capfuls of Woolite, cold water in a bin or a bowl of water. You swish it around for about a minute, and then you squeeze it. Do not wring it. And I roll my items up in a towel to help dry them a little bit, and then I hang them up to dry. But yeah, this, I couldn't believe it was washable. And fortunately, since we were staying with my husband's brother, I was able to launder all my things before I packed them. So I can button the top button. In an ideal world, I think this would have been a size bigger, but I didn't want to pass this up. I think this was $12. But I'm okay with it buttoned, but I typically wear my blazers open anyway. So another thing, if I mentioned it already, I apologize, but I did talk about how Goodwills will have different sales. They may also have different pricing. So for instance, at the Goodwill in Hawaii on the big island of Kona, all outerwear was one price. I think it was $12 or $11.99, and they consider this outerwear. They consider a sweatshirt outerwear. They consider a jacket outerwear. Also, all shirts, whether they are a tank top, short sleeve, or long sleeve, were all one price. I think $7.99. Whereas at my Goodwill, outerwear is a jacket. They have a separate cost for blazers, and they also differentiate between shirts being tank tops, short sleeves, or long sleeves. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. Always makes sense to, when you first get to a store, kind of just scope it out, see where things are, decide what direction you want to go in. Do you just want to hit shoes and jewelry, or do you want to start at the front of the store and kind of work your way around? And again, ask the associate what specials they have and take a look at their pricing list. Sometimes it'll be all listed at the front. sometimes, and more usually it's on the rack of whatever you're looking at. So just something to keep in mind. I'm going to pause you guys and try on 3 more items. Okay guys, we are down to the finish line. I have on this so cute faux wrap skirt. It is Ralph Lauren. I imagine some well-to-do person who actually lives on the island had this skirt because it is very much giving like island vacation vibes. Maybe she gained a little weight, lost a little weight, and for whatever reason she didn't want it. I love the tassels. The one thing I will say about tassels, this was washable in the washing machine, but anytime you do that, even if you put it in a garment bag, they're going to get tangled. You're going to have to kind of finger them through, and some of the threads are going to come unraveled, and you're going to have to cut and shape them. That's the one thing that I don't like, kind of a love-hate relationship, even though I do love a good tassel. So this is faux. It's not a true wrap. Obviously, like I said, vacation vibes. You could throw this on with a bikini top with a little white tee, but for me to wear into the office, I think I'm going to style it with a white crisp button down. I haven't decided if I want to pull a bright color out of this skirt, or just since the skirt is so colorful, maybe go with something more neutral like the navy. So we shall see how I decide to do that. I also got this cute vest. I think this was $3. This is by Lush, which is a brand I have heard of before. So let me take off the skirt and unzip. This skirt did run a little bit big for me, but since it has that tie on the side, that's not a problem because I can cinch it around my waist. So I thought this vest was cute. At first I thought it was a little dress, but it's not. I can envision this obviously with either this brown bodysuit, a cream bodysuit, a black bodysuit. You could wear it in the winter. It's just like a little vest. I think right now I'm thinking about putting it with some cream pants. You could wear it with jeans and brown heels. I like this flap over design. It carries around to the back, but it's sewn here, so it's not going to be flapping up and down. Typically for me, empire waist things, I feel like because the rise is so high right under my bust area, it makes me look pregnant, but this is more toward my natural waist, so I do think this is cute. Actually, just like this is cute. I could pair it with these cream wedges and have a little outfit right here. So I think I have saved my favorite piece for last, and that is this skirt. This is an authentic Hawaiian skirt that was used in a luau. This was the most expensive item that I purchased, and it was $25. So I know just when you say $25, it doesn't seem like that much, but for a thrift, for me, it was very much expensive. I want to honor this skirt. I'm not going to use it as a costume or anything like that, although I guess maybe it's giving Moana vibes, but it is 100% cotton. You have this detail on the bottom which resembles waves, and so let me try that on for you right now. What I love also about this is that it can be worn, for me, it can be worn 2 ways. It can be worn this way, which I believe is the way that is intended. It has this thick cable knit cotton ties, 3 of them, and they slide, the fabric slides along them, so you can absolutely like close the garment all the way. Although to prevent it from popping open when I walk, I will most likely use a pin to hold it together. I love the fullness about this, and I can envision it wearing it in all seasons. It has a second lining under here, which I believe is what makes it so full. I would probably wear this on the side. How cute is that? I can already picture a black turtleneck, maybe a blazer, and my over-the-knee boots. I could also wear brown tones with it. I have a shirt in this rust color that I could put on with it. I love the ruching at the waist. I just love everything about this. So the other way, and obviously you could bring in cream because you have the cream on the ties, and I can't wait to wear it, and people ask about it, and I can tell them about the history of this skirt. Definitely would wear this on Fridays at work, because I try to wear a culturally inspired piece of clothing from any of the several diasporas that are out there. Ankara print is what I wear a lot of times, but I also have some langas that I feel are casual enough to wear to school, or not school, to wear to work, as well as some Mandarin jackets that I feel like could work too. So I love it on the reverse side because I think it's even more fluffy. And again, since it's, I think, technically backwards, the print is a little washed out, but I love that. And the extra padding kind of goes halfway, well, actually all the way, and it still stops right there. So I would still need that that safety pin, but I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, y'all, this is a totally thrifted fit, but more than that, it is a totally thrifted Hawaiian, Big Island, Kona, Hawaii thrifted fit. On my feet, I have those leather wedge heels with the raffia wedge part. This skirt is a traditional luau skirt. Under it, I have a complete dress on, but the colors just were so perfect. We have the rust colors from the skirt. These little irregular polka dots are brought in with the rope tie on the side. Even my jewelry was thrifted from Hawaii. I have this little geometric necklace and these little zigzag gold earrings. Couldn't believe it. So in my thrift haul from Hawaii, I said that I would post the items as I wore them. So this may be a voiceover. I may just insert this clip, but I just had to show this off. And now I gotta go kill this wasp right here. And I don't want him to get away, so I'm gonna use my shoe. Oh, he just flew. All right, wish me luck. So that is the end of my Hawaiian haul. I would never suggest you go to Hawaii just to go thrifting, but if you are there, they do have some great pieces. But honestly, I think any thrift store you go to, if you just know what to look for, you can find some great pieces. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have gotten some tips and tricks that you can use if you're interested in trying thrifting or going thrifting. I hope maybe you have gotten some inspiration of things that you can pull from your closet. If you have, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. I currently upload every Sunday, but I'm working toward every Sunday and Wednesdays, and those Wednesday videos will be more like a haul of just things that I have purchased recently. Sometimes beauty products, not a lot, but more often it's going to be thrift items or maybe something I've picked up from somewhere like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So with all of that said, thank you so much to my current subscribers, and if you have made it this far and you aren't subscribing, please consider doing so. It costs you nothing, but it would greatly help me as I am still a new YouTuber trying to grow my channel. And with that, you guys, be safe out there.